Hello again, Chris Lee of Southeastern 16, joined by Blake Lovell and Max Barr. We are here to predict the outcomes of Arkansas's road trip to Texas, followed by LSU's trip to Georgia. We have done Tennessee, Missouri in another video. Let's jump right into the Razorbacks and the Longhorns. You may catch that at 8 Central on ESPN2. Arkansas coming off a huge win at Kentucky. Texas, meanwhile, one of the hottest teams in the league. Max Barr, what catches your eye in this matchup?
So what Arkansas team are we expecting here? Are we expecting the 89.50% from three road performance at Rupp, or are we expecting the 62-65 home loss to Oklahoma the game before that? I have no clue. You probably have no clue, and that's probably why you're watching. And we're gonna try to give you a breakdown of the matchup. Where I'm looking right away is at the 4 spot, Adu Thero against Arthur Kaluma. I think that is just elite on elite when it comes to offensive creation from the 4 and just being able to have the ball with 10 seconds left in the shot clock and find something, make something happen. When it comes to Thero and Kaluma, they're two of the best at it in this league. We're going to talk about the big matchup in the backcourt with Trey Johnson against John L. Davis. However, I think the winner of this game may be decided from that matchup at the 4 spot. Does Thero have 10 free throws is he 10 of 11 from the free throw line? He has 20 points. Or does Kaluma have one of his 20-point games? I think directly those two stat lines are going to be huge for the outcome of this game.
The Hogs are back, baby. Maybe. We'll find out because, that was, like we said, what a performance at Kentucky. And you never know. Is that the thing that can get a team going? Well, it may be able to, but now they get another team who's kind of getting up and going too, and that's the Longhorns in Texas, who have won, 4 of their last 6 games. They played really well. Even that loss at Ole Miss, they had a double-digit lead in that game. Came out, just obliterated LSU in the second half, won by 31 there. And now the Longhorns, who, as we said at one point, we were like, 0-5, maybe staring them down. They started 1-4. Now they're 4-5. They get 3 of their next 4 at home. The Longhorns hooking them right now, playing some pretty good basketball. So, yeah, this is a much more exciting matchup than we probably would have expected prior to Saturday's games and Arkansas getting the big win at Kentucky.
Do you guys buy into the fact that maybe Arkansas found something with DJ Wagner handling a less crowded point guard position? I thought he looked fantastic down the stretch at Kentucky. John L. Davis looked more comfortable off the ball. Look, we have made fun's not the right word. We have pointed out Arkansas's offensive deficiencies all year. And let me get this straight. Arkansas is not going to be 13 of 24 or whatever it was in Lexington a lot of nights, and probably not in this one. But do we buy into the thought that maybe there's some carryover from the way the offense flowed in Lexington?
It's a tough thing to buy into because you're asking me to buy into a performance that is unsustainable from 3 against the conference's worst defense. I gotta see it happen a little bit more before I completely just jump all in and say, this thing's fixed. They got it. I got to see more.
Yeah, I mean, without maybe spoiling my pick, that was the outlier. Let's call it what it is. That was not the norm. It was the outlier, and I'm very curious to see how they respond to that. Because, like I said, you never know if a team can just take that and all of a sudden that's all they needed. They just needed one game like that to send them into a new stratosphere. And maybe that's what Arkansas will do here. Because it is, like we said, now for Arkansas, it's almost like it's weird because if you lose that game, it's pretty much, okay, your season's over, right? Like, come on, there's no chance, no hope. But now that you win that game, it's like, all right, just when you think I'm all the way out, they bring me all the way back in and make me wonder. Now I'm starting to look at the Bart Torvik percentages to see if they can make the NCAA tournament, right? Anytime Old Bart's the first thing I think about in the morning. You know that the Hogs are back. And so I think that's what's interesting here. It's just that, just when we want to count out Arkansas, they go win a game like this. And now, how can we say with any certainty that we think they're going to come back and have the same performance? It's not real easy to do here with this team this year.
Are we ready for picks, or do we need to talk
I'm
about
not ready
it
at
a
all
little
for
more?
this pick, but I mean, we
Okay.
got to make them. So
Sure.
Yeah, I think there's definitely areas where Arkansas can lean on. And hey, maybe John L. Davis is really getting his confidence going. He's had 2 back-to-back
yeah,
nice offensive performances. And so, Chris, you ask, did they find something with DJ Wagner? Maybe DJ Wagner's looked a lot better because John L. Davis has been a lot better as well. And so
Yeah.
Is everything going to click again? Is Big Z going to hit 4 threes, right? Like, I think that's the part that's unsustainable. But the part of, like, John L. Davis getting in his flow, Carter Knox playing the most confident he's playing, I think you can pull on that kind of stuff. I just think you're playing one of the hottest teams in the nation right now in Texas. And Texas is a team that doesn't turn it over. They don't beat themselves. You got to beat them. And it's a tough spot when you're playing, and the Moody Center is as underrated as it gets. Just because Texas hasn't been in the SEC, people don't really respect the Moody Center. It is so hard to play there. They've only lost there 3 times this year. It was UConn in the non-conference, 5 points to Auburn, 4 points to Tennessee. That is not too bad at all. Give me Texas at home.
Yeah, Max brings up a good point. Just the lessening of the bodies on the roster. That's not usually a good thing, but sometimes it does help you define some roles. And I do wonder if that's helpful. But look, we're wrong about picks all the time. And I can accept being wrong about a pick if I don't feel really dumb afterwards. And I just think if I go with Arkansas here and they lose, we'll go, well, of course, I should have picked Texas because Arkansas has not been able to stack it together consistently. I'll go with the Longhorns, I think, in a league where offense is a big part of the league's success with Johnson, Klum, all those guys. Texas has just got more guys who can consistently get buckets. Goodness, you're shooting 81% from the foul line at home. That is incredible. Arkansas could win it. I don't think it will. Give me the Longhorns.
Yeah, we made this a lot about Arkansas because they were coming off the shocking win at Kentucky. But this pick is way more about Texas for me because Texas has been one of the best teams in the SEC, I think, over the past couple weeks. Like, they played really, really well. Big wins over Missouri at home, Texas A&M at home. Again, should have beaten Ole Miss on the road. Just one of those games where an Ole Miss team was desperate. They found a way to come back, win the game, and then they just go and just take it to LSU in Baton Rouge. Anytime you get a 31-point road win on the, I mean, come on, right? Like, we don't see a lot of those in SEC play, no matter who you're playing. So Texas is the pick for me.
All right, the other game, LSU goes to Georgia, also at 8 o'clock. This one on the SEC Network. Georgia has struggled lately, losing 5 of its last 6 games. The only one that was a win in the midst of that was a home win over South Carolina. But, gentlemen, 2 things really going against Georgia in this stretch. I think Georgia has played the toughest SEC schedule so far, according to Ken Palm. Also, 4 of those last 6 games have been away. Auburn, and I'm probably giving away my pick here, but let's just get it out there for discussion. In those 2 home games in that 6-game stretch, one of them was a 2-point loss to Auburn. The other one was a South Carolina win. Guys, as Kentucky found out earlier in the year, this is a different team when it is playing in Athens.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. And when you look at that plus sort of the matchups and what the little things that LSU can do, they can get to the free throw line and they hit their free throws when they do get there. Good luck getting that whistle at Athens. Good luck getting a whistle at Athens. So it's pretty much as simple as that to me. Can LSU find offense outside, consistent offense outside of the free throw line? I think the answer is no.
Look, I mean, let's all be honest here. You're watching this video. You watched a video we've done before. You all know who we're picking in this game. I mean, it's just why would we not pick this particular team? And we'll make it official in a second. But yeah, I mean, Georgia at home, as we said, has been pretty good this season, and that's been the different thing about them is that they just have not been good on the road, but they've been good at home. And like we said, that's all you got to be in SEC this year. If you can just win your home games, find a way to win most of those, you're going to make the tournament. And Georgia, feeling a little bit desperate right now, 3-6 in the league, hanging on in that tournament, still rooting for Rick Pitino's St. John's team like nobody's business right now, because they need them to keep winning games. Because otherwise, it's not looking real good in terms of Georgia's NCAA tournament outlook, right? Because that's really what they're banking on. Because why? Well, Kentucky's kind of gone up and down a little bit. Oklahoma's doing better, so those wins are helping. But you really need those teams like that, again, like the St. John's, to really keep pushing it forward, because you've got to win these kind of games, right? The LSU win will do something for Georgia. Is it going to do as much as, the win over Kentucky? No. But I think this is where you get back-to-back home games this week, LSU and Mississippi State. I think this is where Georgia, against a team that just got beat at home by 31, you feel like Georgia's in a position to come back and sort of flex its muscle a little bit here. And it needs to, like I said, if it wants to keep heading in the right direction in terms of staying in that NCAA tournament picture right now.
Picks.
Georgia.
The only thing Georgia's not good at defensively is defending the glass. LSU's not very good at grabbing offensive boards. Like Blake said, this one's pretty easy. Give me the Bulldogs.
Don't doubt Corey Chest. The man is just...
Takes a team, Blake. Takes a team.
It takes a team, though. And, yeah, I'm going to pick Georgia here. And you know what? If you want to pick Georgia all the way to the national championship in your bracket, you're welcome to do so, because you can use our friends at BracketBids. Take your college hoops experience to the next level with BracketBids. Enter into the free pick'em contest or start an auction draft league with friends, family, or coworkers. Everyone starts with the same bidding dollars, but it's up to you. Well, I guess or but one of whichever kind of transition word you want to use there. It doesn't really matter. Outwit and outbid your league mates to secure the teams you think will go the distance. Choose from multiple scoring models, including the upset bonuses to reward bold picks. We sure didn't go there in this one. Track your teams with live in-game scoring. Watch the standings shift in real time. Further they advance, the higher you climb the standings. It's that simple. For league play, use the promo code SC16 for 40% off. Download the BracketBids app today or visit them at bracketbids.com.
All right. For Max Barr and Blake Lovell, I'm Chris Lee of Southeastern 16. Thanks for watching our basketball content. To get more of it, hit the subscribe button and enable your notifications so you know when we do. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you again soon with more basketball and baseball content here at Southeastern.